for the weird intro. Okay, hey, I'm the Empath, and welcome to Vlog Talk. It has been way too long since I've done videos, and of course you saw the Eve and the Halo go up. I am so sorry. I had to stop because I had school stuff and it was a pain. And I'm so glad I didn't have to do that anymore. Graduated! Don't have to deal with high school anymore. Then there's just the possibility of college. Anyway, and then I was gonna start up as soon as summer was done, but I wasn't gonna upload anything else until I got the finale episodes of Eve done. And it took, well, it was just so daunting that because I was going to have to play the game again and again and again and again to set up every single ending. As you saw, there were several. I had to play the game over and over. And then if I messed something up, I had to take it back and, if it was just, I didn't make the right choice, fine, I have to scrap that recording. If I messed up steps along the way, I had to go back, play the whole game from the beginning. Just a long process, and it was annoying. I will warn you in advance, this vlog talk, pardon my camera movement, is going to be a little long because I have a lot of stuff to talk about. Well, just catching up on everything that's been going on with me. So one of the things I'm going to say is this headset, something else that Min gave me. He is amazing. I would be nothing on this channel without him. The only thing that he didn't give me that I really use is my mouse, and which is my brother's, but he kind of just is like, so it's kind of mine. And my laptop, which my parents gave me. Well, he's given me all of my headsets and such, and it really helps out a lot. And I haven't even heard what the quality of this thing sounds like, at least for me recording it, so I can't wait to listen to this vlog later. So I made a little list using my little notepad-y program thingy that I've got here. So I'm just going to try to read stuff in accordance with that. So yeah, I'll cover everything with that, and then I'll cover anything else that didn't really occur to me while I was reading through it. So there's a more sophisticated editing software than Sony Vegas, which is what I've been using, and it's called Premiere Pro, and I've been reading up on it through its little help menu. Little is a relative term. It is not little. It is a book. It is a tutorial manual. This thick. Probably not that thick, but still, it's a lot of reading. And it's so tedious. But it's more sophisticated, and it would definitely be better than Sony Vegas in varying degrees. If it would actually render the video. For some reason, it will not export or render or whatever the video properly. It'll make a separate file for all of the video, and a separate file for all of the audio, and they're not connected. So I can't use that yet. I need to ask my dad to help me out with it, and he doesn't have that much free time. So, I don't know. Maybe I could keep troubleshooting it, making it work, but for now, I'm going to stick with Sony Vegas. My problem with Sony Vegas is I tried using it to help out my girlfriend with her project, but it didn't work. Oh, I'll need to get to that in a moment. I just kind of mentioned... Uh-oh. Kitty? Kitty? Please don't hack a hairball on my bed, please. Thank you. I'm sorry. You okay? Better? Okay. Oh. Running on water. Okay, I'll have to refill that. Sorry, cat's important. I also don't want him to hack up on my stuff. I'm just gonna keep going and hope he doesn't hack. Anyway, Alright, so I'm just gonna keep it. Anyway, so I tried using it, using Sony Vegas for an editing project that I was doing, and it wouldn't work. It worked with the Eve that I just put up, the Halo I already had. So I'm hoping that it was just the file format of the pictures that were being used, because we were using pictures taken off of some kind of camera. I'm hoping that it's just that Sony Vegas wasn't compatible with those files. So hopefully it'll work with everything else I'm doing, because I can't get Premiere Pro to work for me, and if both of those programs go kaput, I can't make videos. Like, I can record them, but I can't edit them, and that would suck. The best I could do would be to do something with Movie Maker, but it is a, yeah, as less sophisticated than Premiere Pro as Sony Vegas is, Windows Movie Maker is even less sophisticated, and it would not make great quality video. As best as I've been able to tell. I mean, maybe I could pull something off. I don't know. It would be a pain, at least, to say the least. Continuing. And some of the stuff that I'm going to talk about, like this next thing, are just, little dinky things, but things that I feel are worth mentioning. There is an entity on Facebook called Facebook God. It's called God, but it's, Facebook God. I'm certain that, you've probably heard of him, her, it, he, she, what. I say him. That's just my preference. I'm sure you've heard of Facebook God, and he, it is a decent page. It's intended for humor, and also for helpful insight, and it seems to take the place, the stance. It seems to take the stance of love and accept everybody, and that's it. And if someone's gonna do hate and bash on and be like, yeah, I'm not taking that. But yeah, just basically, it's kind of like, it's like if God had a Facebook page, and the way he presented himself was trying to the best way I can describe it is through the Facebook medium. So using our vernacular, or how we would speak, and more or less, and talking to us like how we would talk to each other. So, yeah. And a lot of people get up and offended by it, be like, what right have you to do this? Who's to say God can't have a Facebook page? Is our God so weak that he can't have Facebook? And maybe he's speaking wisdom through whoever is managing the page. So in a sense, it's still God. I choose to take the positive that I can from it, and I like reading the page for a good laugh, and every now and then some good insight. He has helped, the page has helped people. It is a good thing. Don't bash on it for being, when it's a good thing. But then again, it's the internet. Who am I to talk about people not bashing people? Internet. Anyway, continuing on. Alright, so I put a thing on here, other religions and bad Christians. My stance on other religions, I don't mind other religions. As long as as long as your religion is, you're following it, means that you're doing your best to love others and help others and be a good person, then go for it. I'm not going to make you partake in my religion. I would like it if you would, because I certainly get a lot out of my religion, and I would hope that you could too. But I'm not going to force you into it. And so, yeah. And if your religion is going good for you, great. I'm sure when we both die and get to the other side, we'll, both of us will have questions, and both of us will be right or wrong about something. There's a lot of things to be right and or wrong about. But what annoys me are bad Christians. People who call themselves Christians when, really, if you're going by that standard, they have no right to be. I mean, being like legitimately like Christian, like Christ-like, it's nearly impossible to do. But, as close as people can get to being, good Christian, there are too many people who are bad Christians. There are too few good Christians. And a bad Christian is someone who they take a high and mighty stance with stuff in the Bible, and they quote scripture at people, and they basically use the Bible to justify their hate and their bigotry towards other people, other things, or whatever. And these people, you can easily be like, yeah, based on how you're interpreting the Bible, you're missing some things. Like, this passage, this scripture, this book, and you can easily point out where, hey, you're going hardcore against all these people. Take the log out of your own eye before you worry about the speck in your neighbor's eye. There's a bit of scripture right there that we could... Now, I don't mean to offend people here, but it's going to. You can tell by the fact that I had to say that, or felt the need to say that. The majority of those who I encounter, at least who tell me, like, who I find out what sect their faith is, it tends to be Catholic. And it's... Now, I'm not saying all Catholics are bad. I'm saying I notice it tends to be Catholics, and I'm wondering why exactly that is. What is it about the way that Catholics tend to do things that most of the ones I encounter, they come across as bad Christians to me? I'm curious as to what it is exactly that their Catholics do or teach, or if it's just that I happen to run into the bad ones. I don't know. That's enough on that one. So I mentioned earlier, kind of in passing, that I had a girlfriend. Yeah, since cutting off the whole YouTube thing, you know that AP Stats was a pain for me. It stressed me out so much. And if you didn't know, then obviously I did not ramble on enough on YouTube. But AP Stats was really wearing down on me. And there was a day where I was just so frustrated. And there was this one girl who was just there for me. And she'd always kind of been there for me since I met her. And I thought about it. And I talked to my mom about it and everything. Talked to God about it. Those are the main two people who I talked to about advice for things. That and my dad, but I didn't ask him. But whatever. Anyway. And the conclusion that my mom gave me was that, with the way things were going, how my life was going and all that, for the sake of my health, I needed to stop, holding myself off and such, to wait and all that, and I needed to be with somebody. I needed that kind of intimacy, that kind of contact, all that. So, I asked the girl out, she said yes, and we've been dating for the past 4 months. I asked her on March 4th, so March to April, May, June, July. Yeah, 4 months. And on the 4th of this next month, August, it'll be 5 months. And the young lady's name is Alex. Alex Stanton. And she is wonderful. She is amazing. She's beautiful. And she's watching my channel. She's watching this vlog. And she's blushing. And she's going to give me a hard time for this. But I love her. I love saying nice things about her. And she and I are, as best I can tell, she and I are really happy together. Her mom doesn't like that we're together. She wants to split us up. and I'm not okay with that. But it is what it is, and she and I will do as best we can to stick through it. So, she makes me really happy. She's part of the reason why I survived my senior year, because stats was doing its best to kill me, or have me kill myself, or whatever. Anyway, moving on. Next topic. So as you may or may not know, I was with my school's band program, and I was with my school's marching band program. And our marching band, my cat is trying to snooge my computer screen. Our marching band, every year we have a spring trip. The cat's going to come into frame here. Every year we have a spring trip, and it's to some place like New York or Myrtle Beach. And this year, it was just come on my lap and get out of my shop. This year, we went to Disney World. Now, the really great thing about it is for our little performance-y thing at Disney World, we got to march down Main Street Disney in Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom? No. I'm wrong on that. MGM. Yes? Yes. Main Street Disney. It was so amazing. I'd play footage for you, but I don't have it on my computer, and I really don't feel like doing much editing with this stuff. Sorry. Yeah. You can probably look it up, like Grafton Marching Band, 2014, Disney, stuff like that. Look it up. I'll see about looking up on YouTube and leaving a link in the description. If I find one. Anyway. So, it was really great. And I got to go to Disney. I had a lot of fun hanging out with people up there, getting some time with Alex. Bus rides were so much fun. It was just she and I sitting next to each other, chatting and cuddling. It was so much fun. So much fun. So another thing that's good about me not being in school, no more chapter info sheets. I'd made some of these things a while ago. So yeah, no more chapter info sheets. Those things were a pain. But I might do them if I do college stuff. I'll get to that in a moment. About college. I also had on there the musical. We did, for our school's musical, the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. And it was a lot of fun. I played Jesus. I may or may not upload video of that at some point. Some of this stuff is tentative on, sometimes I think it's a good idea and then I just don't follow through with it because I have other things that I do with my time. But who knows? Maybe I'll put something up. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Sorry if I don't. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was great working with people. There's this one kid with us, tall, and his name is Philip Bridges. Now, I enjoy my bass voice. I have fun with it. I can go down here and it will be this low. Hello, ladies. All that. I can go low. Philip Bridges puts my bass voice to shame. Like, if you hear some like the lower voice stuff, like when I do slow motion stuff, Philip can go that low. He has a slow-mo bass voice. That's the best way I can describe it. So jealous. So jealous. But anyway, yeah, it was a lot of fun working with those people. It was a really fun last musical. And the improv was great. One of our people, he played Doug Ponch. His name is Logan Harris. Yeah. He was new to our little drama scene, and his role was kind of in charge of making sure that the story stayed on track, and we had audience participation, so making sure they stayed on track. His improv on it was so good and so hilarious. I'm really gonna have. I don't know. If I can upload it, you'll see exactly what I mean. He was hilarious. And then after that, we had the 10-minute plays. I was in two of them. There was one of them that was a. It's kind of, Dorothy woke up from Oz sort of thing, and no one believed that she went to Oz. Doctor came to inspect her. I played the Doctor, Dr. Marvel. And then, ended up taking her away to the crazy place. And then you see me run on and take a bag of money from the Wicked Witch of the West. Yeah, I was a corrupt doctor named Dr. Marvel. Get your shedding hair out of my face. I shed enough, okay? Anyway, so, and then there was another one I was in, called Stolen Peace, as in, like, peace, and I played a dad. I think, my son's name was John, my name was, like, Derek, and he kills me, shoots me in the head, and shoots me a bunch of other times, because turns out I can come back to life, because reading from the Book of the Dead, sort of thing. And that was a lot of fun. I enjoy, pretending to do, like, the whole dead thing, just be like, I have fun doing that stuff, because, like, I like being realistic and such. It's fun for me. It's just a thing. So I had a lot of fun doing that. Our lighting, though, for the 10-minute plays, our light board got messed up, so it made transitions and such a little more awkward than we would have liked. So I graduated, and it was a lot of fun. Michael Larson was our salutatorian, and he's a class clown type dude. He's a dude where, not trying to be offensive or anything, but your interactions with him, you're like, how did this guy make salutatorian? What the? I feel like I might have said valedictorian earlier. I meant salutatorian. Anyway, he was our salutatorian, and his speech was hilarious. It had its good points where it's like, a little bit of serious, but it was hilarious, and it definitely lightened all that time that we were sitting there. And it was a different feeling being on the other end, because before I would go and play with the band, with the this time I was the one sitting listening to the music and walking on stage and such. And I sang with sang the Star Spangled Banner because I was in chorus, and sang our song. Our song was a best day of my life. That's what it was. Cat, you are shedding a lot. I need to get the little special comb thingy for you. My cat's just stealing all of my stage time. It's all over my computer. Gosh darn it. Ah, cat. Yes, I will scratch. I'll scratch your button. Anyway, so graduation was kind of fun. Now, my brother and I were doing stuff with church. Our church was gifted a building, so we're no longer at Mosaic. We are actually at a building off of Hampton Highway. We were given a free building, and it's amazing. It has been wonderful. And we, after church, well, my family's more or less been going to Tropical Smoothie after every time we go to church, which, today's Sunday, so, fingers crossed. Anyway, so, we were at Tropical Smoothie, and my brother was looking up stuff, and he found that at the Williamsburg Players, they were doing auditions for Cats. And so Max and I prepared stuff, music stuff for rehearsal, for auditioning, and we went up and auditioned, and we were both cast. He got the part of Rum Tum Tugger, and I got the parts of Tumble Brutus, who's just an ensemble cat. I get to fly on like a trapeze. It's fun. Um, I'm the Rumpus Cat, and I am McCavity. Again, I'm sorry for the shaking. That would be my cat's fault. Um, check one thing real quick, and I'm good. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, we've been having rehearsal for this has been since June. Yeah, since June. Yeah. Um, so we've been doing rehearsal. We've got dance rehearsal stuff that's currently going on, and our first performance is the weekend after Labor Day. So we have weekend performances all throughout September, and then we're gonna have a cast party. I'm looking forward to a community theater cast party. Curious as to what it's gonna be like and how it stacks up to Grafton's cast parties. I'm currently looking for a job. I've applied to a few places like Sweet Frog and Busch Gardens. I'm applying to be on their Scare Squad, and I have a few other places that I'm trying to apply to as well. So looking into that. Not this past week, but the week before that, I got to go to church camp, and it wasn't at Crossroads. It was in Tennessee, and it was at a resort, Wilderness at the Smokies, and it has an indoor water park, and it has a little gaming area, an outdoor water park, and the people we were with, they were called High School Camp, and this was their first year. We got to be a part of their first week. That was an amazing feeling for me. Getting to be a part of the start of something like that. And it was a lot of fun. And I had a black morph suit that I wore, and it was so much fun. If it's requested, I can show footage of that, but because I had a waterproof camera. And my mom was nice enough, we were going to looking for waterproof cameras, and I was going to get one of those ones where you have to develop the film, and you have 27 pictures, but it would have been like $13.57, but there was another camera that was going to be about $50, that, it could take video, and it was digital, so you could, use it over and over and such, but it would have used the majority of my money, and well, I ended up needing that money. And so my mom looks at my dad and says, "Hey, honey, can I have a waterproof camera?" He says, "Sure." And then she looks at me and says, "Hey, Sean, do you want to borrow my waterproof camera?" My mom is so awesome. My parents are so awesome. Sorry, bragging. I like bragging about awesome people, like my parents and my girlfriend. I'm very happy to be with. Anyway, I say random things. I really do. Goodbye, kitty. He's just staring at me. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. And being in the black morph suit was a lot of fun. I'm really glad that I purchased that thing. It was worth every penny. And it was a great experience. I thought I had sworn something. Was I gonna not curse? I don't know. Either way, it was a lot of fun. The thing that they had at the end of it, what kind of a pledge sort of thing, was something along the lines of, above all, the voice I'm listening to is his. Words to that effect. So basically, anything I do, anything I believe, or anything like that, I'm going to listen to his voice. So, if other people tell me I'm ugly, I'll listen to what he says, sort of thing. It's kind of, what I did, what wore the dress, don't care what other people think. And it's kind of listen to the right voices, don't listen to people who are going to tell you things that really aren't that good. So, another thing, because as of June 28th, I turned 18. I'm legally an adult. And it's really cool. I mean, it's kind of scary, but it's really cool. And I was able to get an AdSense account, so now I can actually start making money off of my YouTube videos. There are some videos like Eve and Halo that I can't monetize them because the people say, hey, don't monetize your stuff. At least that's the way it is with Eve. With Halo, I would have to get a partnership license thing with somebody like IGN or Machinima, and I don't have that yet, so I can't do that. But things like Gary's Mod, Minecraft, Terraria, I looked up all the games that I've done, and all of them are good to be monetized, as long as I'm not using other people's content in my videos and such. So all the videos are good to be monetized, so I can actually bring in revenue off of them, based on how YouTube does their thing, and that's really cool. So going off of YouTube, Min and I are actually going to be working towards having a co-channel. So I'm gonna kind of be letting this channel be idle at that point, and I'll know when that happens. I might still post stuff every now and then to this channel, like if there's something I want to do that he doesn't, and he doesn't want it on the channel or whatever. Or if there's a point where we break off and kind of do our own thing. But I'll kind of just leave this channel sit idle, kind of like SlimLink 6 is sitting idle. And I'll be doing videos and such on his channel. And I'll still do all of my things. I don't know how it's going to go with the Minecraft survival. Because Min and I might do a survival series together. Maybe I could just open my world to land or something like that. And then he and I continue where I've left off. I don't know. Kind of depends upon what he and I talk about. But I'll continue to make videos until we get to the point where we're actually going to switch stuff over. And you'll get more information as he and I get closer towards that process. I think the last real bit of information that I've got is that so before I went to camp, I did a week of behind the wheel, and I already done the in-class stuff at my school during my sophomore year, but I didn't have my green card because I didn't grab it. Not that kind of green card. I'm not a foreigner. No, the green card for driving class stuff. So I ended up getting my green card after I got back from camp, and had Jerry Turner, it's his driving school. I had Jerry come over. He got the card, filled out all the stuff, and then the next day my mom took me to DMV, and I did all this, filled out all this stuff, handed them, had them fill out their stuff, and in the next few business days, they will mail to me my license, and I will be able to legally drive on my own, and that is so cool. I'm really liking independence at this point. I'm at an awkward stage of dependence and independence, and I'm kind of wanting to be independent, do my own thing, and not have anyone tell me no, hold me back. I want the independence. I'm sick of being controlled. Now, understanding there are good forms of control. There are there are times where it's good to be held back. But at the same time, I'm wanting a little bit more freedom. Yeah, I'm sure you can understand. Yeah, no, just trying to think if there's anything else for me really to talk about. Because I don't want to, like, you know, feel like I've left anything unsaid that is of importance. I don't know. I guess what I'd like to say is that, if if there's anything you can do that would help me towards getting a job sooner, because in order to the way that the job thing needs to work is I need to set aside $300 of income a month for something. I'm not going to say what it is, and I have reasons for that. But point is I'll need $300 by the end of each month. There's $50 for life insurance, because I got life insurance with Primerica, as well as a Roth. I need $50 more for the Roth, so that's $400 so far. And I need 67 for car insurance stuff. I believe it's 67. And then I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need, like 48, I think it is, for my phone, because I'm gonna have to start paying for these things. And doing the math on all that, I would need, I could not work a part-time minimum wage job. And I'll push the Scare Squad, even though that their pay rate is pretty good, their hours are lacking, because Scare Squad stuff doesn't start until 6, and then they close, I think it's at 11. So I would need to do both Scare Squad and a part-time job, which I wouldn't mind. I'd still, that would give me that would give me about 200 and some over what I would need. I actually wouldn't terribly mind doing a full-time minimum wage job, or above minimum wage, that's always good, and Scare Squad, because that would make for me a decent amount of money, and I could use that money for different things. I could use it to get better equipment for YouTube recording, gameplay, such like that. I could use it to save up, get my own car, or something like that. So there'd be a lot of good that I could do for myself and for others, if I could do all that. So I'm really looking towards optimally being able to do Scare Squad and having a full-time job. Because as much as I like having free time and such to do stuff, I'm getting to a point where to do a number of things that I'd really like to be able to do, what it comes down to is I need money. So, the time is no good if I can't do the things I want to do with that time. So I need the money. And even with a full-time job and stuff, depending upon what hours, I would be thinking morning stuff, around 8. If I worked 8 to 4, 8 to 6, something, then that would still be a good amount of, leave me with a good amount of time to do recording and stuff, so I could still do YouTube. Yeah, I really want to be able to do that, because it would really help me out. It would really make things a lot better. And if there's anything any of you can do, put my name out there or anything like that to help me out with getting a job, I'd really appreciate that. Because right now, the YouTube thing is a side thing. It just is. I'm not gonna make, that good of income off of it right now. because I don't have that many viewers. But it is what it is. I'm hoping to build it up. If this channel builds up, great. If Min's channel builds up and I'm, he and I are sharing off of that, great. So yeah. Alright, I think I've rambled and ranted enough about everything to catch up and all that. Thanks for listening. I really appreciate if you stuck out with it for this long. And yeah, I look forward to getting back into YouTube. I've been missing doing it, and I've been regretting not having gotten into it sooner. But c'est la vie, such is life. Alright, well, I think that's everything. So, that all being said, thanks for watching. Like and favorite if you enjoyed. Subscribe to become a VIP today. And I will see you all next time. Have a great day.